Alrighty guys, we're back for some totally just gruel, and this is a March of the Machine, the Aftermath Standard Brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link as well as that brand new Patreon link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what do we got packed into the build here? Jodah the Unifier. It's definitely just a gruel creature. It totally doesn't have all 5 mana in the casting cost. It's a 5/5 legendary creature. Legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Jodah's a very powerful legendary creature, and yeah, we are splashing this card into a Gruul style Legends build. And the splash is going to be relatively easy, guys. As we go over the deck, we'll talk about all the cards that help us splash Jodah in here successfully, right? And honestly, we might as well start from the beginning. We got a couple sticky fingers. Yep, relatively decent aura. It really isn't bad. And when an enchanted creature dies, you draw a card. That's good. The menace is awesome. The treasure generation is actually just amazing. So yeah, got a couple Tamiyo safekeeping. Protection is kind of sort of important. And the life gain really comes in handy a lot more than you would ever expect. There's actually going to be some scenarios too where we swing in with a good chunky board state that Jodah is buffing. And the opponent thinks that they're safe because they target the Jodah with like a go for the throat or something, right? And then you just drop the Tamiyo safekeeping and win on the spot. I don't think that would be unheard of by any means. Protecting the Jodah is probably pretty important. Got a single Feldon in here. Realistically, it's not that fast of a deck, but you know, Feldon is a fine legendary creature. Not fine, it's an amazing legendary creature. I just mean for this style of build, I don't know, like maybe we could go like the third Hajar instead, but we do have 2 of these in here. And honestly, having a spread of legendary creatures on 2 is totally fine, because when you do have Jodah out there, if you play like a 3-drop legendary card, there's only like so many Goro-Goros that can fit onto the board because it's legendary, you know? So that number is 1. So sometimes it's nice to actually just hit a different card, right? So yeah, we got a couple Goro-Goros. That haste is going to come in handy. Way more than you would think, right? Especially if you are slamming extra cards out with the Jodah too. Giving everything you have haste is pretty spicy, man. We do have ways to get modified creatures in here, so maybe we can generate some dragon spirits with this too. And yeah, Hajar's a 2 mana 3/3. That's good enough to play it. But yeah, fits the legendary theme. And then sacrifice Hajar. Legendary creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Well, golly. Now that works against like board wipes like Depopulate. Unfortunately, Sunfall is being played way too much for my liking, man. Sunfall's a big old pain in the butt. But yeah, Hajar is still going to be a good one regardless. We got 3 Courier's Briefcase. This is one of our ways to splash that Jodah successfully. In and of itself, it's a treasure, so that's good. The bottom ability works really well if the game goes on too long and you're starting to fizzle out. Drawing 3 cards is pretty powerful, and since we have other ways to generate treasures and stuff, I don't think it's going to be hard at all to actually use that bottom ability and draw the 3 cards. Also, the Citizen isn't half bad. Just like Courier's Briefcase in general is just like a decent card, isn't it? We have Arnie Metalbrow in here. This is a 3 mana 3/3 legendary creature. Whenever a creature you control attacks, or a creature enters the battlefield under your control attacking, you may pay 1 and red. So if you do, you may put a creature card with mana value less than that creature's mana value from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Honestly, I don't know how often we're actually going to get to use this ability, but I think it's a really neat ability, and I think it's a really neat legendary creature to at least try out as a one-of, right? So whenever a creature you control attacks, so technically, if you attack with a 6 mana creature and you happened to have a 1 and a red open, then I guess you could cheat Jodah onto the board. So maybe, I don't know. It's an interesting one to say the least, right? We have a couple Animist Might in here. It's a 2 and a green sorcery speed, but it costs 2 less to cast. if it targets a legendary creature you control. So I think this is going to be a 1 mana, 1 green very, very often in this build. Target creature you control deals damage equal to twice its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. So if you target your Hajar, Animist might deal 6 damage to a creature you don't control, easily picking up like a Shieldred or something. Definitely going to be worth the 2 of here, and it's kind of sort of like our only removal, so we'll see, huh? I think it's going to be solid. We have 3 Gwennas, Eyes of Gaea. So this is a 3 mana, 2/3. You can tap it to add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells or activate abilities of creature or creature card. So another way to easily just squeeze Jodah into a Gruul build, right? The bottom ability, whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, you put a +1/+1 counter on Gwenna, and then you get to untap it as well, which could be ridiculous. If you cast out Jodah and then untap Gwenna, and then like you can still play another creature on the same turn, it's kind of disgusting, man. It really is. So that's why we have 3 of them. We also have a Nissa, Resurgent Animist. It's a 3 mana, 3/3, and when land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. That's really why it's in here. It's not in here for the bottom ability, so I'm not going to go over it right now. Yeah, just another way, you know, a little bit of ramp, another way to get any color for the Jodah as well. We got a couple of Migloz, Maze Crutchers, a very powerful legendary creature that honestly we just don't get to see enough of, huh? So you got 3 mana, 4/4, legendary creature, enters with 5 oil counters on it. And then for 1 mana, you can remove an oil counter. It gains Vigilance and Menace until end of turn. Okay. For 2 mana, remove 2 oil counters from Migloz. Gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Nice. And then for 3 mana, remove 3 oil counters from Migloz, destroy target artifact or enchantment. And we are definitely seeing enough Selesnya enchantments to make that bottom ability totally worth it, dude. Honestly, maybe this should be a 3 of as well, because yeah, we are running into a lot of Selesnya enchantments. Onwards to the 4 drops, we got a single Atsushi. I think we see this one enough to actually not go over it, I guess. We got 2 Leyline Immersions. This one's a 4 mana aura, and you can only enchant a legendary creature. Enchanted creature has Ward 2, and you can tap it to add 5 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast spells. That's pretty gross, guys. That's really gross, man. On your first 2 turns, if you can successfully actually stick a legendary creature down on the board, in the first 3 turns, I guess, right? So on turn 2, you get like a Bodyguard. On turn 3, you could play like a Migloz. Maybe the opponent picks up one of them. On turn 4, if you can successfully get Leyline Immersion to hit a creature, yeah, you got to be cautious, right? Because yeah, if the opponent has like 2 swamps open, then you're probably want to do a different line of play, because they might just go for the throat whatever you're targeting, and that will feel really bad. Anyways, if you can get this down on turn 4, you just tap your legendary creature and just play Jodah on turn 4. That's not bad. I really don't think so. Especially when all the other ways of actually successfully splashing Jodah, you know, it has, like, you actually have to have other mana and stuff. This is just 5 mana, any combination. I like it. Obviously, it's not a 4 of, though, because of the reasons that I said. There's a lot of spot removal in Standard, so we'll see, we'll see. We got 3 Hallandals here. Yep. Oh, yeah. So turn 4 Hallandal, turn 5 Jodah is disgusting, because then you put those counters on the Jodah, it gets haste and all the other goodies, right? So 4 mana, 2/3. First strike reach. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is Hallandal's power. That creature gains haste until end of turn. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the pairing of Hallandal with Jodah is known, and it is disgusting. We got 2 Ognis in here as well. So this is a 4 mana, 3/3 with haste. And whenever a creature you control with haste attacks, you create a tapped treasure token. Now, it is a tapped treasure token, but I mean, when you untap the next turn, there are a lot of instances where, like, that's just enough ramp to do insane things with. And it pairs really well with Goro-Goro too. So if you use the Goro's ability, give everything haste, full swing, then you're getting a lot of treasure tokens, man. And then, yeah, just more. It's like, it's kind of insane how easy it is to splash Jodah. Like, we have so many ways to successfully cast this out. That's why I put totally just Gruul, right? At the very top end, we have Kogla and Yidaro here. It's a 6 mana, 7/7. When it enters the battlefield, you get to choose one of these. So it can either gain trample and haste until end of turn, that could be good, or it can fight target creature you don't control, which I guess can kind of act as removal then too, right? Just very much top end removal. Also has a bottom ability for 2, a red and a green. You can discard it, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, then you shuffle Kogla and Yidaro into your library from your graveyard, and then you also draw a card. So honestly, you probably use that a lot more than you would think for 4 mana. Yeah. We also have an Atali on the top end. With all this extra ramp and everything, we might as well, dude. And we definitely see Atali enough. So Plaza of Heroes is going to be probably the best land in the deck, obviously. And then we have Jetmir's Garden, which acts as the Gruul colors and the white for the Jodah, and then the Proving Grounds, Gruul colors plus the black for the Jodah. We got all the fast land for Gruul between the Copperline Gorge and the Karplusan Forest, because I didn't want slowed down at all in here. I want to go fast, man. I want my first 3 turns to be stacked, and then after that, we ramp into everything else anyways. So got a Who Endures, Crucible of Defiance, a little bit leaning towards green because, oh, I didn't mean to click that, because the deck is a little bit leaning towards green. We've got some honorable mentions I'm not going to take too long to go over. Got Goldhound, Jewel Thief, Riveteer's Requisitioner, because all of those are great ways to like have treasure and have ramp, right? I thought about Squee for a little bit. I thought about making it a Samut deck. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. You know, I like the haste. I like that it works with Ognis and the Goro-Goro, but not this time around, huh? Thought about Mirror Box. I actually think like a one of these would be pretty decent in here this time around. Thought about Luca as well. Nope. And I thought about Omnath, obviously, but we're just splashing the Jodah. And then Sanctum of Nature could have been a cool one, but I do think it comes out tapped way more than you would ever like, so. Is that everything, guys? I apologize. It took me a while to go over this one as well. Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked and see how we do. All right, what am I expecting from the build? One of these weeks coming up, I'm just gonna have to play like just competitive builds just to see what happens, right? I do expect the build to be a little janky. However, I think it can pop on. Like, look at this hand. This is completely fine. Wow. Yeah, dude. I like this hand. Actually, I don't even know where to start with this hand. Like, do we go Feldon or do we go Briefcase to make sure we have Gwenna even if we don't see land off the top? I guess it depends what we see. Visitor. Okay. So we do have ways to deal with enchantments. Like Feldon isn't bad here either because we'll have Sticky Fingers next turn. Feldon's pretty tough to block, man. I'm going to go Feldon instead of Briefcase. Probably a relatively decent chance of seeing land. Well, I mean, we don't have too much land in here. Actually, I don't know how much we have. Probably between 23 and 24. I gotta be real with you guys. I gotta start saying that when I'm going over the list, like how many I have. Okay, Visitor's a problem. Oh my goodness, Visitor's a big problem. So Animist might have to... Yeah, Animist should probably take out Visitor. They draw 2 though. Sticky Fingers on Feldon's pretty good. This does 4 damage. Good thing we had this. Good thing we had that, guys. And we'll probably use this extra treasure from the Sticky Fingers to get Briefcase down, too. It's too bad it restocks the hand because Audacity is so darn good. And yeah, I'll use that treasure for the Briefcase. Sweet. How cool is that, man? Very nice turn. We're just hoping they can't... We're hoping they can't keep up pace now. Yeah, dude. Audacity seeing so much play makes me a little happy, I'm not gonna lie. It's one of my favorite green cards from the Brothers' War. Okay, Hallandal's decent. Gwenna's decent. Atsushi's decent. It's probably Hallandal though, right? I think so. I think it's Hallandal. Like, Gwenna's fine and dandy as well. Okay. We'll do this so we can full swing. And this has Menace, so... They could chump the 3-3 or go down to 9 for the turn, which is what they probably do here. Because they like to have Naturalists so they can spam out some enchantments next turn. Most likely getting some enchantment removal for the Hallandal. But if not, then we have Atsushi, give Atsushi haste, and then it's like probably over, but you never know. Guys, wait a minute. Are we about to potentially break the Selesnya Enchantments curse? Honestly, it wasn't really a curse. But like, I kept bringing it up as a potential curse because I couldn't remember the last time I won against Selesnya Enchantments. With a double block there, they're going back up to 10. We have 6 in the air, which is just a full swing, isn't it? Regardless. Yeah. It's just a full swing. They're going back up to 10, but we have 6 in the air. And then Feldon gets through. Oh, actually, they do have a block. They do have a lineup. Yeah, they can block the Hallandal. No. Yeah, that has Menace. They need to go Naturalist into the 3-3. And then Radiant Dawn into Hallandal. Oh! I mean, that works too. I mean, it was a very sticky situation regardless, man. But yes, I believe that would have let them survive. So should I have kept anything back? Probably not, dude. This was a stacked situation regardless, I would say. What do you guys think? Maybe if I kept Hallandal back, because they had a good block here, right? Naturalist here. Heliod onto the Hallandal. Go back up to 10. We lose the Hallandal. They go down to 2. Nice. Yeah, I would have let them survive a turn, but then we still had a lot of power on the board. Losing the Hallandal would have been pretty bad, but full swing, man. That was good. That was actually, the deck was super aggressive there, wasn't it? All right. I don't know what you bring it to the table, buddy. Okay. Okay. We go first. This is fine. Totally fine. Got Briefcase, ramp into Gwenna. Gwenna, ramp into Hallandal. We don't need to see land, as long as Gwenna can survive. Big problem with Gwenna is, yeah, it gets picked up by Lightning Strike pretty easily. So, we'll see another Hallandal. Okay. We still have a couple turns to see more land off the top. Of course, more land would be much better than using Briefcase for a 3-drop. But if we have to, we have to, right? Impulse. Let's see what they see. Land. Phoenix Chick. Nice. Alright, we're going to take the 2 this time. I do actually think that this 1-1 can do a little bit more. Jodah. Okay. Well, it's like I said, Gwenna gets picked up by Lightning Strike. If they do that, they play Mountain, Phoenix Chick, Lightning Strike, Gwenna. We chump the Swift Spear probably this turn. Especially if they keep that 1 mana open for like a Play with Fire or something. Outside of a Lightning Strike, they might not have it. And if we see a land off the top, we go right into Jodah next turn. Strangle, nice. Brought this up a few times. I actually think it's totally worth like a 1-of Strangle in these mono red builds we've been seeing. There's a Play with Fire. So if we would have chumped last turn, it would have been the same concept, except that Play with Fire would have hit our face and they would have gotten the scry. And then, yeah, like I said, it would have been the same concept. All right, guys, we need to get a little lucky here. And by that, I mean the opponent needs to not see burn for Gwenna. Yeah. Oh, wow, they actually have 2 Strangles packed into the build. Nice. Wow. I guess it depends what you're seeing, dude. Honestly, like I said, I think it's worth the 1-of. Aw. GG, guys. GG. Mono red picked us apart. The Strangle hitting both Gwennas was really bad. I don't know if there would have been an easy way out of this one. Sticky Fingers, depending on what we draw, well, we might die this turn. But, like, depending on what we draw, we'll use Sticky Fingers on one of their creatures just for fun. Okay. It could be like play with fire number 2 and then swing for 5, or number 3 at this point. Yeah, like I said, that play with fire didn't hit our face, which was pretty nice. GG opponent. Wow, we got all of our ramp went away really fast. Good game. All of our ramp went away really fast, so we weren't able to successfully... I should probably go double check to see... Hey, there's the lightning strike. Yeah, I should go double check to see how much land we have in here. That way, when I'm talking about it, I can say, oh, we got unlucky because I have 28 land in here. Now, with this much ramp, I could see the past version of me doing 23 land. I think that would be fine. 24, actually. Wow. All right. Yeah, no. That's actually probably good, too, because all the extra ramp we're using often, and, you know, Gwenna can't always stick on the board. Treasures disappear after one use, so it makes sense to have 24, I would say. Couple of fast games, always good. Crap, guys. These openers with the 2 land. Now I'm a little bit sketched out. Opponent goes first. We should mulligan, just to see if we can see something better. Probably ditch the Kogla. Even though it's not bad, it's just like... we're not ready for it, you know what I mean? 6 mana. Okay, Kamano. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, we'll start with the forest and then probably go Crucible so we don't take extra damage from the pain land when we play Hajar, which Hajar blocks so well. Oh, it's going to be a different type of mono red. Okay. Crucible, like I said, so we don't take extra damage from the pain lands here. When it could come down. Hajar still gets picked up by Lightning Strike too, and maybe they won't have a second one for Gwenna, and maybe we'll actually get that ramp into Jodah then. Swift Spear first. Yep. Oh, buddy, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Yeah, Lightning Strike number 1. Oh, no. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have sacrificed that. It's not like we care about having it in the grave, but if we sacrificed it, then the Etching's ability wouldn't have went through. Okay, guys. By some miracle, Gwenna needs to stay on this board state, and I'll tell you what, it might be another deck that's running Strangle too. We've been seeing a lot more Strangle recently. I don't know who started it, but whoever did, they thought it through, man, because the Strangles have been excellent. They're looking at that Gwenna too. It's tricky. It's tricky because, like, even... Okay. So that... that prevents a block. Do we take 6? Down to 1? We're dead, aren't we? Crap, guys. Oh! Okay. I'm a little shocked by this. I guess they're feeling good? I mean, we keep the Gwenna around for sure. There's... Like, we got great blockers. I guess instead, they're probably just ping and face for so much anyways. 2 mana. We can't play the Jodah. We're missing 1 extra piece. We're missing... Oh no, the Splash of Jodah isn't working out here. Yeah, we needed 1 more. Crap, guys, that's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. 5. Now, Briefcase is fine because, yeah, because Gwenna's for 2. Okay, alright, I panicked a little bit. Yeah, you need... Gwenna's one thing, but... Okay, we have blockers on the board. This is kind of insane, dude, honestly. But we're probably... yeah, we're probably dead from burn. Dude, these mono red decks have been rough, man. Good game. Dang. Alright. At least the games have been fast. Let's go in again. Did I have fun that game? We don't talk about that game. We don't talk about it. Although it was really cool actually getting Jodah down. I mean, it depends, like, the versions of mono red you're up against. Hey, Hugh the Entwood, nice. It depends the version of mono red you're up against, because sometimes you can really slow them down. Against a deck like that, I don't really know. Is burn style red just like super effective regardless of what you're up against right now? I guess it depends. Counter spells could slow it down, maybe. Okay. Best hand of the evening so far, right? We just need to see some more of our top end at this point. Voldaren Estate, Voldaren Epicure. Okay, so vampires, because they're running Estate. Ramp with Briefcase. Or just get... I don't mind Goro-Goro here. I actually like Goro-Goro for the turn over Briefcase. We have Gwenna next turn. We ramp with Briefcase. It's not like we have Leyline Immersion because we don't have a legendary creature on the board to attach it to, so... Markov Baron. They missed their third. Now is it Gwenna? I think so. They probably don't block here, man. I think we can cheese 2 through, and we might want to. Oh, they might block. That's not a bad trade, dude. That's not a bad trade at all. There's their third. Voldaren, and then they must have a second one in hand. So I should have swung to try to cheese it through before playing the Gwenna, but yeah. Okay, more land. This is good, dude. I'll tell you what. This is decent. Arnie. It's too bad we don't have... one more mana, because then we could play Arnie, swing with Gwenna. They have a great double block, though. We go Leyline Immersion on Gwenna, and then play Arnie and Feldon on the same turn. It's actually not bad, is it? And then we should probably tap for red. Actually, I'm going to get Briefcase down instead of the Feldon. Green, that's fine. Red, that's fine. Arnie, Briefcase. Now, like I said, we just need to see more of our top end because we're kind of sort of stacked right now. The Ward 2 on Gwenna. Oh. Well, 4 mana to take that out is probably worth it. I gotta admit that much. Hey, there's some of our top end. Okay. Now we don't have the mana for it. That's a little funny. Yeah, maybe targeting Gwenna wasn't the best idea. I guess Feldon's fine. I think a Feldon swing here isn't bad. A double block into Arnie would be not great either, but this is fine. Yeah, we have nothing in hand to cheat onto the board with the Arnie, so we're going to decline twice. They do end up double blocking, which I guess it's fine. I guess, like, getting vampires off the board before they buff it is the concept that I'm thinking of right now, right? And so, like, I don't know. I don't really know. I guess we could have kept Arnie back, because now they can start swinging too. Vampire Socialite, dude. Oh my goodness, and they buffed the board state. So it's like I said, I mean, 1 Epicure. Oh no, tapped land. Crap. We have a chump blocker for next turn. Either way, 4's getting through here. Dude, what a mess, man. This is scary business. The go for the throat was just right on time, huh? Pylon. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get Kogla down as a big blocker, but the menace on the Socialites is gonna wrap up this game regardless. Yeah, super rough, man. So we'll chump for the turn. I guess we could have, like, used this bottom ability to take out a blood token. But yeah, either way. Jetmir's Garden. Okay. Let's go fight the 4/4. Actually, fighting one of the... Either way, it doesn't matter. Either way, they're wide enough and the Menace gets through since they have 2 of them. Dude, good game, opponent. It's really good to see Vampires doing well. And honestly, dude, underplayed much? My goodness, man. That looks like a completely legit. You know what I mean? All right. We can totally do a thing, guys. We could totally do it. It's not lining up nicely, and I guess a couple blunders here and there. I should have kept Arnie back as a blocker, like the swing, and then like just taking out one of the Epicures. That wasn't great. The main thought process there was just get some of these vampires off the board before they start buffing. It just didn't work out in my favor at all there. My plays didn't work out in my favor, I should have specified. And the hands have been relatively bad. For 24 land, it doesn't feel like it. It definitely feels like we have 22 or 23. We don't mind seeing... Okay, there we go. Who endures? Safekeeping. Soldiers going first here could be bad. Come on, guys. Come on. We can get there. This is one of those instances where the safekeeping life gain might actually come in handy too. Ramp with Briefcase over Goro, right? Hopefully it's not a counter spell though. Sometimes, it's rare, but sometimes these Azorius soldiers do run counter spells because why not? They got reinforcements, you know what I mean? Okay. Problem here would be buffing this soldier board state right on time on turn 3. Yep. This is bad. We only have 4 mana as of next turn. Taking 6 would be bad. Losing the 1/1 to a Brutal Cathar next turn would be bad. I'm thinking like if they buff this state again, we should block the officer. And it's 7, not 6. I just miscounted there. Okay. Let's see it. Plaza of Heroes, not bad. Not bad at all. We have 4 total. We can go Migloz and keep the safekeeping open. It blocks well. And them seeing mana off the top into Cathar is worst case then. We have Halana, but I want to hopefully keep the Briefcase so we can play Who Endures into Jodah next turn. Oh yeah, dude, we can totally get there. There's 3rd, Brutal Cathar. Well, that's playing out as we expected, I suppose. We should save this. Yeah, we should totally use our Briefcase to save this. We won't have Jodah anymore, but like it's a 4/4 and they might not swing now. I think they probably should full swing. We take out Veteran and then eventually they can use the ability back from the grave. I think right now... Okay, yeah, dude, we held them back for a turn. I was going to say, I think right now the best case for them is just to... Crap, now that we don't have... Okay, we only have 4 mana colors available because I used the treasure. So the Splash of Jodah has been a little bit harder than I was expecting. So probably a good double block for them, right? Between Cathar, Officer, get my big creature off the board. I'm going to hold the blockers back and hopefully they don't have second Brutal Cathar. They don't. Might pass right back to us, guys. Nighttime. Okay. Crucible gives us some good chump blockers. We do have these abilities open too. I think we play Who Endures over Crucible. I think getting the mana down is pretty decent. Goro-Goro. Crucible is open for 1 mana. Yeah, the question is, when do we start swinging? It's not switching back to... It's not switching back to daytime yet. buff the Goro-Goro, right? Split this up a little bit. Yeah, when do we start swinging is the main question here. They have the Mishra's Foundry too. We have the abilities open. I guess we should start swinging. Vigilant, like I said, it's a terrific double block for them, but now we have enough mana for that bottom ability too. Yeah, the Vigilance is kind of insane for this match. We should keep the Goro-Goro back as a blocker. Because they have a board state. Oh, you know what it could be, though? It could be the card that gives everything flying. And then we're probably just dead. No, we have Reach with Halana. Okay. Okay, we keep Crucible open. And honestly, dude, next turn, depending on what happens here... Oh, okay. Yeah, now if it's the one that gives everything flying, we're like super dead, aren't we? Alright, let's see. We didn't have open mana last turn for the swing on the Migloz, right? With the Vigilance? I think the thing was we didn't have a way to give it +2/+2 if they double blocked. I think that's what it was. Okay, a couple frontliners. Okay. And a recruitment officer. Wow, dude. Holy cow. This is way too much. So it's switching back to daytime, unfortunately. Oh, man. Brutal stuff. Alright. I guess I'll activate the Crucible because we might as well, right? Poor Jodah, dude. I thought it was going to be super easy to splash this Jodah, but we've been having to use the... I mean, this is kind of my fault, too. I chose to use the Briefcase for this safekeeping instead of actually having the Jodah available. But even then, we would have needed the second Plaza of Heroes, too. Yeah, no, this has just been a little bit worse, huh? Destroy target artifact or enchantment. We could take out one of the frontliners, I guess. We might not have enough mana to get Jodah down. If we see something off the top that can cast Jodah, Safekeeping would have been so good, man. Ah, jeez. All right. This has got to be the opponents, right? We don't even have a terrific swing here. But we have, like, the Safekeeping. We have the Plaza. I guess we could have used the Plaza's ability. Switches back to nighttime, too. Ah, dude. That's rough. That's rough. They used their recruitment officer ability. Right? No. This switched back on their turn, not on my turn. So I was tapped out. Right? Yes, I think so. I don't know. This is going to be one of those matches that I go back and watch. Man, they're just holding off to buff this board state again. I kind of feel like they should be swinging this whole time, honestly. Activate only if you control an attacking modified creature. Wait a minute. Guys. Should I have been doing this? I should have done this last turn, right? Oh, I activate the ability, though. Oh, crap. No, I waited too long. Crap. I clicked through. Mistakes were made, guys. But they're down to 9 now, which is kind of insane. They have the veteran, and they're using that. I'm confused. Oh, they found the Harbin. That's the name. Yeah, I kind of forgot the name. Yeah, it buffs everything. Yeah, so they were using recruitment officer to find the Harbin to swing in. But guys, since they were at 9, where do we block here? Good game, opponent. Protect Halana, back up to 18, but there's no way. Anyways, we would have had a 5/5 dragon. Okay, hold on, we gotta talk about this. So 2 turns ago, I could have done the exact same thing. Got a 5/5 dragon. But be careful, man. I clicked through it, and I very hastily just clicked through this. So it does specifically say, activate only if you control an attacking modified creature. Not like if you have attacked with a modified creature, right? So while it's attacking, don't click through like I did. You actually have to activate it. And honestly, there was a potential for like 2 turns there where I could have activated these dragon spirits and swung in. So don't blame the deck there. Blame me for sure. Man, I've been missing these little things. I apologize. There's been a lot of things in these last couple builds, especially. Just these little things that I've been doing. I apologize. I'm just not on my game, I suppose. Or I'm only seeing it after the fact, right? The button mashing misplays are the worst sometimes because we're just like, I'm just spamming through the button over here and then I miss it. All right, we go first. This is a great hand, dude. Look at this. Wow. Let's go. We actually have Safekeeping open too for, well, not open, but we'll have it for when it comes time. This is terrific. Yeah, it's a shame that last game. I thought the Splash of Jodah was going to pretty much be a guarantee, man. Like, almost no issues. And I guess if I would have just kept the treasure back, we would have had no issues there for Jodah. But we could talk about more triomes. Fateful Absence. Well, I guess Gwenna doesn't survive unless I want to wait till turn 4 for Gwenna. Not really. I'd rather Migloz survive now, honestly. If they take out Gwenna, I guess it's fine. I think I'd rather just keep bigger creatures. And again, uh-oh, Splash of Jodah not looking terrific here. Okie dokies. Ognis comes down, gives us a little bit of ramp. It's a tap treasure stone, but at least cut down doesn't hit it. And yeah, not keeping Safekeeping open, it's probably more spot removal, man. Yeah, probably. Like, we're curving out nicely. Oh, nice. Nice, it passes back to us. That's good news. Get the treasure. We could successfully draw on the clue before the swing. Still have Migloz open, or if we want to keep Safekeeping open too, then we could play Crucible instead. Crucible for 3. Generate some treasures that way. I think I'd rather just play Migloz. The ramp on Crucible just doesn't seem that worth it to me. Not keeping the Safekeeping open could be super sketchy though. Yeah, never mind. I'm going to keep the Safekeeping open because they could go depopulate. So yeah, Copperline Gorge doesn't work. But then we have treasure for Safekeeping. It's not bad. Union of the Third Path, okay. Okay. And depopulate probably save the Migloz. No depopulate. Oh, probably should have kept Crucible as an attacker then, but I think it was worth the play around, right? Because they were getting their 5. Yeah, we can give that Vigilance Menace successfully. Sheoldred's Edict gets around the Safekeeping anyways, so that kind of sucks. I guess Ognis is the sacrifice. This is just a little bit better right now. Oh, man. All right. Allendale. Nice. Great draw, dude. Still have Safekeeping open. We have plenty of treasures. I'm not going to buff it, but they might double block now. Oh, I'm going to buff it with Hallandale, obviously, but yeah, I think they double block this, keeping the Vigilance back. Oh, wow. All right, down to 17. I suppose it's not a board wipe next turn. In other words, they definitely would have double blocked. We go Briefcase, get another creature down, then we'll still have Safekeeping open with the Briefcase, but then if we see... Crap, we still don't have the ability to play Jodah right now. Crap, guys, if we see Jodah off the top, we still don't have it. Get into the Third Path. Back up to 22. Yeah, dude, I thought the Splash of Jodah was going to be easy peasy in this build. It has not proven to be so. Now we have it with Briefcase if we keep Briefcase around. Alright. And then we... Oh! I didn't activate the ability on this. That sucks. Because now they could have Wandering Emperor. See, I keep doing that. I keep clicking through too fast, guys. Crap, you know? You know what, though? It's possible that... I mean, Tamiyo Safekeeping's open, first of all. Alright, let's do a little bit more here, too. Now we still have the ability next turn. Down to 12. So if they go, like, -2 on a Wandering Emperor, we do have Safekeeping available. This could be a great last match, guys. It really could be. Eternal Wanderer. Crap, dude. That's another way to get around the Safekeeping. Crap, guys. This is rough, man. This is rough. So they let us keep our 3/3. We get to play Halana next turn.
Finish this here and now.
Tough business, man. That's not the Wandering Emperor I was talking about. That's for sure. Have Halana for the turn. We have Arnie. Can only swing one at the Eternal Wanderer. Halana. We're going for it. Poor Jodah, man. I would have loved to get Jodah down a little bit more today. We still have Safekeeping available. Yeah, we can't swing both at this. So we're still gonna try one though. And then they chump. And then if it's like Sunfall or something, dude, it is what it is, man. Decline, decline. Okay. Down to 7. Come on, guys. Come on. We can totally get there. Come on, man. Like, they already had one of their board wipes technically with the Eternal Wanderer. Arnie was a great draw. Arnie's ability is tough to pull off, isn't it? Because you, like, actually need stuff on the board and in your hand. There's no board wipe.
Keep your eyes sharp.
For real? Cut down? Halana? Save you, because we could see a creature off the top. Come on, guys. Soren. They got their blockers. They got their blockers. Ah, it's not a creature. It's not a creature. Okay. If we full swing at face, they're forced to block. At least something. Because we're going to have 2 5/5s, a 2/2. If we don't swing at these, they can generate more creatures next turn, too. The land's really bad, man. That's a 0 ability on the Eternal Wanderer. Crap. Crap. I don't know. At least it's a -2 on the Soren, right? The double strike takes out the Halana. No, it doesn't. The first strikes happen first or whatever. So this is good. This is good. Don't worry, Arnie. One day, one day. It does enter tapped and attacking too, so that could be a really cool way. So they go back up to 4. I guess we play this, because this could be a deck that runs Liliana too, but they would go -2 on the Liliana regardless. You know what could be good in here, guys? The Ren. The Ren and Realmbreaker. Oh, they got rid of our token. Oh, crap, guys. Are they going to pull this back? Well, they're definitely going to if we see more land. Oh, bro. What is happening right now? Goro. Okay, well, I mean, it's not like the greatest thing, but we have that ability, and we're not going to skip it this time. I'm going to be very, very careful with this ability. If we go Halana, they can double block the Halana now. So... I guess we should have had the Goro been a little bit of a surprise. But no, this is good too. They could double block the Goro. Where do they block? I guess we keep Hallandale back. This is rough, guys. I really, realistically, I don't know where to swing. When can I activate the Goro ability? We have, there it is, there it is. Okay, activate this. Look at that. Dude, how cool is that, huh? The extra mana and everything really coming in handy. Double block the Goro. Okay, that's 2 vampires off this board. They go back up to 10. Worth it, right? Worth it? Maybe? If we kept Goro back, we could have just swung with Arnie. They could have triple blocked Arnie. It would have been the same outcome. Except we'd have no Arnie and then Goro on the board, which might actually be better. Oh, and then no matter what, when we generate the tokens, they can just continuously exile them with Eternal Wanderer. Guys, dude. Oh, they don't even swing. I think you're completely safe to swing, opponent. So they can chump with our Hallandale. I guess we swing at the Gaea. Wandering, or the Eternal Wanderer would be good to swing at too. I don't see us coming. You know what? Autopay. Nice. I don't see us coming back from this one, guys. Up to 13. Liliana sacrifice. So it did have Liliana. Dude, this is terrifying. This is terrifying. Let's see what card's on top. Then we're going to go talk about the build again, guys. This one is definitely the opponent's. And it might actually take them a second to wrap up the game. Well, maybe not. Yeah, because they can give haste from Hallandale. Down to 12. You know what? I'm going to let them wrap this up, guys. Feldon. Nice. All right. I'm just gonna pass it and see what they do. Because they go +2 on Gaea, down to 9. Give haste to the double strike. They can discard with Liliana, so I could have played Feldon, but it can't block or anything. So I just thought we'll let the opponent get a fun swing here. Good game. Good game. Dropping one of the summertime emotes there. Wow, dude. Pretty brutal stuff. Pretty brutal stuff. There was some turns there where like seeing mana off the top was horrible, right? The Splash of Jodah was way harder than I thought it was going to be. Like way, way harder. So if we take a look here, here's the deck list again. Between Gwenna, Nissa, Ognis, Leyline Immersion, Courier's Briefcase, Sticky Fingers, Plaza of Heroes, Proving Ground, Jetmir's Garden. It didn't feel like enough to successfully splash this sometimes, but maybe we were getting a little unlucky too. Realistically, we're looking at Gruul colors. We got red and green. So for the Jodah, we got to cover black, white, and blue. So Plaza of Heroes, Jetmir's Garden, Proving Grounds, and then whatever else we had between Gwenna giving us 2, and the treasures between Briefcase, Sticky Fingers, or just outright casting with the Leyline Immersion too. Or, yeah, the treasures off of Ognis can get insane as well. I don't know. I guess I didn't have enough to splash, guys. We probably needed more. I might add a different, some more stuff into the mana base to make it a little more, just a little more consistent, right? Some blue in the mana base might not be too bad to squeeze in or something. Yeah, before I put it up on Aether Hub, I might not. Just always keep an eye on these final thoughts, right? They're very important. So I do think we probably need to optimize the mana base a little bit more. And originally, I didn't think we would need to at all. Either way, guys, what would you add or take out? I don't know. I think it's just got to be labeled jank, and I guess it probably can't do too much against the current meta, which is the case for a lot of janky builds, unfortunately, right now. Not all janky builds. Some of them can definitely get there. I don't think this one can, though. It relies too heavily on actually keeping stuff on the board, which is just way too difficult to actually succeed in. And then at some point in the mid-game, if you're not popping off, your opponent is, and at that point, it's over anyways. So Really depends, man. Yeah, let me know. I hope you guys still enjoyed the video regardless. I mean, we did get we got one victory, right? Did we get two? No, I think we got one and then we got obliterated, but I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and watch the video and see and find out, right? Hallandale's great. Yeah, we just need a better way to actually cast out the Jodah when it comes time. Totally thought it would be easier. More of the triomes might be good, but yeah. Either way, guys, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.